Hi, this is Nate with KeySoft Solutions, here today talking about KeySCAPE LandCADD and how to add plant material. Basically, an overview of the basics to get you going now that you have acquired our software. So I'm in the SoftWorks ribbon here. I've already brought in some base material. I've went to the core. I've done drawing setup to set my units. Pretty much ready to go. There are three basic ways to add plant material, and we also have the new grass area tool. But today I'm going to really focus in on the specimen, touch a little bit on the hedge, and we'll also go in depth with the plant areas. So, adding material is as simple as clicking on the Add button. This brings up the dialog here, and we have a couple choices to start with. We can either select a symbol we've already inserted in the drawing. That symbol can be a block of your choosing. It can be as simple as a circle. In this case, I want to insert a new specimen, though I don't have any existing geometry, so I'm going to start from scratch here. There's a couple options here about how you want that laid out. It can be a manual layout where you just place them by hand, individual circles or plant symbols. It can be along a line, whether that's along a street, a regular spaced planting, an alley in the middle of a parkway, something of that nature. And you can see we have options here for spread height spacing and spacing offset, if that is applicable. We can also do areas based on a square spacing, a triangular spacing, or random spacing. Those can all be dialed in with these fields. Also, the edge setback, so you can have a little bit of a buffer when you specify that area. I'm just going to start with manual here just to give you the gist of how this works. Let's say we want a ornamental tree, mature height and spread of 15 feet. So we can also, at this point in time, pick a specific species. If we want to tie the species to the symbol at this time. If we don't want to, we don't have to. I'm going to go ahead and do that though, so I can pick a specific symbol. So let's go through our symbol library and find something that would be appropriate for an ornamental tree like this. So let's just do this one here. Okay. And let's pick a tree. Let's go something in the prunus family. There we go. At this point we can specify additional things such as planting size if we want to. If not, we can come back at a later date and modify these specifications. I'll just go ahead and throw a few in there just for the fun of it. A few more options to consider before you create your plant symbol. Rotation, you can have the program automatically rotate your block if you want to create some variety, and so it doesn't seem so stamped, but I'm just going to default to none. Also, if you are working with a surface model and you do want to eventually be working in 3D, this is where you can choose your surface to snap your plant material to. Manual insert, and let's just put a few in front of the corner of this building here. Okay, and that's all good. I'll click OK again. Now I do have the opportunity at this point in time to include a plant specification label, which you can do now. You can place it there, create the leader, and it automatically is pulling from an abbreviation that was in my database. But if you do not want to do that this time, you can just hit enter to skip that step, come back at a later time to place your labels. The next way to create plant material I'm going to go over quickly is hedge. I'm going to go to the add here. Things to set up that are important, the pattern, and that's how it's going to be displayed. You can click the ellipsis there and bring up the library of symbols. This one here is usually works pretty well. It's called Hedge. The offset and the scale are things you can play with to find the ones that work best for you in your drawing. I'm just going to pick a few scales and offsets there. Let's go ahead and pick a specification. That's good to do if you do have that clarity right now for your design. If not, you can always come back and add this later. So let's just pick a shrub. And I'll just pick something random here for the sake of speed. Select a symbol. Let's go to our... This is only applicable if you do want to display the symbol at some point in time. These will always be in the background if you do want to flip them on, but by default they'll be turned off because, as you can see, we're using a hedge symbol. So let's just put it along this back edge there. You can also pick pre-existing geometry if you already have that. Delete source object. Yes, that's just going to keep my drawing clean. Let's hit preview, and that's come in pretty well. And let's hit OK. Again, I can place a label if I want to at this time. If not, I can skip and come back later. So that's the basics of a hedge, and that's a linear arrangement. The spacing is based on density per linear feet. You can also change that to how many you want on center. So, for example, if I only want, if they're a 3-foot shrub, I want to space 3 foot on center, I'd change it to that. Hit OK. And as you can see, our label has changed to reflect that that's a more generous spacing there. And the last area is a way to add plant material is the planting area. A lot of power here as well. You have a library of patterns to choose from, depending on the material, how you want it displayed. The bubble one's pretty nice. There's different ways to create this. You can have existing polylines. You could have try to discern boundaries from boundaries already drawn in the drawing, or you can do it freehand. I'm going to pick from boundary, and let's just say we want to fill this entire island right there. And I want a little bit of an offset there, maybe of a 1/4 of a foot there. Also subtract areas if you have islands within areas. So let's specify, again, let's do a 3 feet on center, and say we're doing a shrub of some sort. You don't have to do this at this point in time. You can always come back if you just want to kind of get the framework of your design down, then come back with a plant list that you develop at a later date. Do that. Let's select a symbol as well. Let's do that one there. Preview that. You can see it just created a nice symbol for me, offset from the edge a little bit for graphic clarity. Hit OK, and I can place a label, and there we go. If I wanted to see the individual plants, there is a layer that's generated planting area symbol. If I turn that on, you can see that's how it calculated based on the area. If I ever did want to show individual plants, I can swap that on and off at will. But those are kind of the 3 basic ways in the SOFTWORKS module to add plant material. We'll get more in depth on specific features in a later video.